Now, we have looked at the first question and we have known how to tabulate or to create a solution when you are given a payoff matrix. Now, number 2, we want to look at this question. There is a question given and it's about a company, management, and the labor union. They are making a negotiation to settle on which is the best strategy that they can employ for them, for the management to benefit and the union to benefit. So this is how the question reads. The company management and the labor union are negotiating a settlement. Each has the following strategy. Number 1, aggressive approach. Number 2, logical approach. Number 3, legalistic approach. Number 4, consolidatory approach. The cost to the company for every pair of strategy are as follows. So these are the costs or payoff that comes out of taking particular strategy. So at the top is the company strategy and below is the labor strategy, or to your right is the labor strategy. Now we need to have this in mind. Company strategy, there are 4 strategies. We have aggressive, 2 is logical, 3 is legalistic, and 4 is consolidatory approach. Labor union again have 4 strategies. They have 1 aggressive, 2 logical, 3 legalistic, 4 consolidatory. And these are the payoffs. We have 40, 30, 24, 70, 50, 28, 16, 20, 84, 20, 20, 10, negative 10, 8, 22, and 0 for labor union. For company, we have 40, 50, 80, and negative 10. Strategy 2, 30, 28, 4, and 8. Strategy 3, 24, 16, 20, 22. Strategy 4, we have 70, 20, 10, and 0. So these are the strategies which the company will employ. You are required to determine the best strategy for each party. So we need to know the company management will take which strategy and the labor union will take which strategy. And this is only informed by one thing which is critical. When you use the settle point. So the settle point will tell us which strategy is best for company management and which strategy will be best for labor union. So let's now move to the practical part of the preparation. And this is how we come out with the solution. Solution. So we want to look at the solution. So for us to have solution, we introduce for the maximizing players. So labor union is the maximizing player. So let's have so our maximizing player, let's introduce another column here. Let me introduce another column here. Insert the column on the right. Correct. So here we have row maximum, row minimum. So we need to identify what will be our row minimum. So the row minimum Need to put it here. The raw, so the raw minimum, we need to get the raw minimum. So our raw minimum for labor union strategy 1, 40, 30, 24 and 70. Which is the minimum? 24 is the minimum. And then strategy 2, 50, 28, 16, 20. Which is the minimum? 16 is the minimum value or payoff. Strategy 3 for labor union, 80, 4, 20 and 10. Which is the minimum? 4 is the minimum value. And then we have the final strategy, which is strategy 4. We have negative 10, 8, 22, 0. Which is our minimum value? Negative 10 is the minimum value. After getting the minimum value, we move to the column maximum. So how do we get the column maximum? For us to get the column maximum, we identify the minimum payoffs. No, the maximum payoffs. So the maximum payoffs for company strategy 1, we have 40, 50, 80 and 10. So which is the maximum? 80 is the maximum value. And then strategy 2 for company management, we have 30, 28, 4 and 8. 30 is the maximum value. Company strategy 3, we have 24, 16, 20 and 22, which is the maximum value. In this case, we have 24 as the maximum value. And then we have the final company strategy, which is 70, 20, 10 and 0 payoff. The maximum is 70. That is it. Final. So we come to the final initiative. So number 1, we need to determine the settle point. So we are determining the settle point for us to know which strategy is the best. Settle point. So how do we get the settle point? Very simple. We said settle point is max min equals to minimax, whereby at this point, if you look at the column maximum and the row minimum, in the row minimum you take the maximum. So maximin value will be 24. I hope you are seeing that. The maximum of 24, 16, 4 and 10. The maximum of the row minimum is 24. Now you come to minimax. Minimax value that is minimum is what? Between column maximum of 80, 30, 24 and 70. So 24 becomes our minimax. So our settle point, in this case, our settle point becomes so our settle point becomes 3. Let's say company C3. No, we start with labor. L, labor union standing for labor. So we say L, L1, and C company C3. So that gives us the settle point. So the settle point is C3, L1 and C3. Now this is now where the rubber meets the road. So we need to get which are these strategies. So to determine the strategies which the company is employing, so the labor union will employ, so labor union will employ which strategy? So labor union will employ aggressive, if I'm not wrong. Yes, aggressive strategy. So labor union will go for aggressive strategy. And company management will employ which strategy? That's 3 was legalistic. So the company will employ legalistic approach or strategy. Legalistic strategy. And the value of the game. So the value of the game will be shillings, or let's say it is in dollars, so it will be $24. And that is how you can actually determine the value of the game. And this is how you come up with the game. So we know company management has employed legalistic approach strategy, and the labor union is going for aggressive strategy. And this in whole gives us the payoff. And the payoff is $24. Thank you so much for gaming with us.